third time. My name is Dallas for the first time. Thank you so much for joining me for today's workout. I hope that you are excited, ready. What else? I don't know what else. Listen, we have an hour, close to 60 minutes that we're gonna be here together. So have fun with the workout, do things that make sense, do things that feel right, take breaks when you should, work harder than I ask you to whenever you feel like you want to. And I will do my best to help you help this go by as quickly as possible. If you've never done a live ride before, today is not the day, but maybe tomorrow. All right, maybe tomorrow you find an opportunity, do a 30-minute beginner ride, maybe even find a 45-minute fast and fun ride, something like that. All right, but listen, have fun, make the most out of what you have today, even if you might, not have the full 60 minutes today, but this time just works out for you to work out, and you're doing this on replay perhaps. All right, so anyway, again, have fun. Let's get started. Resistance 1 is where we're headed. If you're not sure what resistance 1 is, then let me help you out. Resistance 1 is the lightest resistance that we will ever ask you to go to. Now, resistance 1 can be used as recovery. For right now, it's being used as our warm-up resistance. So what you want to do is you want to turn your resistance down as much as you need to, as much as you can, and then turn it up a little bit from there. And of course, we have 4 resistance levels. We have 4 RPM zones: red, yellow, green, and blue. And then we also have 2 positions, positions 1 and 2. We are going to spend a decent amount of time in position 2 today. I just want to let you know that ahead of time. But remember that this is endurance game, so we will have long work. And from time to time, we'll have longer rest. But because of the energy system that we're going to be using, just expect for this ride to feel very, I'm gonna use the word constant. That's what I'm gonna use. I'm gonna use the word constant. All right, relax shoulders, open chest, all those kinds of things. Some of you out there might be waiting for some type of an RPM instruction, direction, invitation. Don't worry about the RPM invitation and all those other things right now. Just keep your legs moving. I know for some of us, especially if you're taking this over the next, well, I don't know how quickly this is live, but listen, if it's cold, where you are, because we don't only reach America here at Motosumo, but we are international. So it might be cold in some of these other countries. Make sure you give yourself some time to truly warm up. 45 seconds. Your RPM will be going up by 10. If you're at 82, we're looking for 92. If you're at 101, we're looking for 111. I really hope I didn't just hear a car accident outside. It was really strange. I don't think you would have heard that, but really strange, whatever that was. It was either a dog or a car accident. Don't ask me how those things sound similar. 45 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. I was about to say 3/4 of a minute. No one says that. 3/4 of a minute. Almost there. We can slow back down by adding resistance. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. So resistance 1, very, very light, right? Warm up, nothing crazy. There's really nothing to add to resistance 1. But when we start to talk about resistance 2, things start to change. It's been very windy here in the great state of Dallas, Texas. So I've been experiencing what it's like to walk out in the wind and, imagine, hey man, how bad would this feel to run in? Yes, I know, by the way, that I say great state of Dallas, Texas. It's like its own state sometimes. Kind of like Miami. I'm also from Miami, and Miami's that way. It's like Miami's like separated from the rest of Florida. It's like Miami, and then it's just like the rest of Florida. All right, get ready for position 2. Same resistance, same RPM of wherever you're at. Now, let me get a little more specific. I actually didn't tell you the RPM, so let me slow down. Minimum 70, maximum 95. Minimum 70, maximum 95. Instead of 45 seconds, we're about to work for 90 seconds out of our seat. All right, 1 minute and a half. Get ready. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Now, of course, you sit when you need to, but we need to introduce our body to what we're doing today. And remember, we're doing some long drills today. You should probably already, or you should be able to tell already.
Tattoos on my skin, I'm my daddy's twin. I'm a businessman, just like Jigga said. Pennies to an end. I've been going up now, see the top going down. If you didn't know now, I know you know now. Best cause he could go on top, you know.
Less than 30 seconds remaining. Remember, stay under control, stay patient, don't be in a rush. We're staying at resistance 2 on the way down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, great job. So again, you want to stay seated. I'm sorry, you want to stay at resistance 2 and take, it might be one of those days where my sentences are not smooth. Minimum 70, maximum 95 is still where we are. We imagine ourselves running on sand. Imagine ourselves possibly running, you know, it's a little cold outside, wind, snow flurries, things like that. We started with 45 seconds, we went to 90, we're now going 180. It'll be 3 straight minutes of work, all right? 3 straight minutes of work. Here's how it's going to work though. Every 45 seconds, we're going to make a change. Your first direction is to go to resistance 3 as you stand to your seat. I'm sorry, stand out of your seat. Oh man, this is gonna be a tough day. All right, I got it, here we go. 3 minutes begin. In 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Now my friends, if you fall down to the 60s, there's no problem with that at all. But there is a group of you out there who can maintain that 72, 74, 79 RPM mark. Here we go. Can we increase our RPM by 5 to 10? 3, 2, 1, go. From wherever you were before, you might have fallen down to 63. Can you get to 68? You might have been at like 76. Can we get to 81? Can we break 80? Uh-oh. Without increasing our speed at all, we're taking a seat. If you lose speed, that is okay, but do your best to maintain. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Drop your butt down, keep your legs moving. Drop your butt down, Keep your legs moving. Uh-oh. We're gonna force ourselves to slow down. For the final 45, what we're doing is going to resistance 4. I need you to force the blue RPM zone in 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Resistance 4. Let's go. Remember, 45 short seconds here just to test the heavy waters. Ooh, I never thought about this. Imagine running through a tsunami. Ooh. All right, maybe not. Maybe not. What was it? These are your final 8, 6, 4, 2. Great job. Great job. Great job. All right, let all the bad air out. We've done 45 seconds. We've done 90 seconds. We've done 180 seconds. There's nothing that makes more sense to me than to do a 60-second challenge here. Now, for the first 60 seconds, we will prepare, and then for the following 60 seconds apiece after that, it'll basically be 60 seconds on, 60 seconds off. So there's a lot of sixes here. All right, 6 minutes, 360, 60 seconds on, 60 seconds off, but work with me. I'm giving you some time before we get started, by the way. More seconds of recovery time. Give me a moment. Let me see if I can do this quickly. All right, everybody, when you're ready, get up out of your seat. I'm going to do something here very quickly. Hopefully it takes me no more than 30 seconds. I don't know why this has been happening recently, but I do not want this music to continue to skip for you. As a matter of fact, instead of even going to find that other one, let's just do this. This makes more sense.
About to leave.
So again, position 2.
Come with me. I'm not really asking. Well, yeah,
you've already essentially started, by the way, that 60 seconds of preparatory time. So make sure your butt's back over your seat, shoulders are relaxed, chest is open, all that good stuff. There's a 5-minute timer that I'm about to start. This whole entire thing is about resistance 4. 60 seconds on, 60 seconds off. Let's go. Turn your resistance up as high as you possibly can at the particular moment. So this first one might not feel how the third one feels, and that's how many we have with these. 3. Back of your legs. If you need to take a seat, you take a seat. But like I told you, we're doing a little bit more than a little bit of standing work today. Less than 15. 60-second recovery. In 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. It is always in your control to take your seat when you need to, and then when you're ready to jump back in with us, you jump back in. My friends, round number 2 of 3 is beginning shortly. Remember, the heaviest resistance that you can do at this particular moment. In 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, let's go. You have more than enough time to recover. More than enough time to catch your breath. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Keep pushing through to the next song. Through to the next song. Less than 15. 5, 3, 1. Great job. One more time, one more shot. I promise you, on the other side of this, we will stay seated for a little while. But if you can continue to fight, if you can start to think about something different, maybe your abs, getting a little bit more into the workout, being a little more intentional about your hips, being involved in your pedal stroke. Blue RPM zone is 50s and 60s. Do not be afraid to stay right around there. 60 seconds begin. In 3, 2, let's go. Last time, I'm gonna do my best to stay up for the entire last 60 seconds of this 6-minute challenge in the 60s on my RPM. Ooh, I'm getting close to the 50s. But it's just something about this 61, 62 mark that's challenging my legs so much and challenging my breath so much. Saddle, water, towel, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job, great job, great job. Wow, 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 wow. All right, so hopefully with taking a seat, you can start to drop your resistance all the way back down to 1. Resistance, all the way back down to 1. Not for a long time, but for some time. All right, not for a long time, but definitely for some time.
They been on it, drum on the rail, I wrap it, I bag it, I pack it for sale. Got feeling on speed out, I hit me to chill, I give it a thrill, I put it on film.
I want us to begin to set up our next series of work. I want to start backwards so that you understand what we're doing. The last thing we're going to do is essentially 10-minute sequence. Now, it's not going to be 10 minutes of the same thing. All right, so don't think that at all. It's not going to be 10 minutes of the same thing. But our last one is going to be 10 minutes. Our second, so our third one is going to be 5 minutes. Our second one, 2.5 minutes. And your upcoming challenge, 75 seconds. All right, 75 seconds. So take a sip, take a dab. I'm doing my best to give you ample time to set this up, to catch your breath, to recover, all the things. All right, resistance 1 is where we should already be. That's light, flat, feeling good, easy breezy cover girl. When you are ready, I'm ready to go 80 RPMs at a minimum. 80 RPMs at a minimum, and it's about to turn into 95 at a minimum. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. $30, $29, $28, $27. Come on, come on, come on. Those of you doing replay with other people, don't be afraid to put some emojis. Don't be afraid to lead someone else into the red RPM zone. You have 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Great job, great job, great job. Excellent work, my friends. Woo! Now remember, I'm gonna give you some time to rest, but it's not gonna be like 2 or 3 minutes in between each round. It's going to be just enough, all right, for us to recover, but also not so much that it makes the next round feel like cake. And speaking of cake, I want a slice of cake. I don't know what kind of slice I want, I don't know what flavor, but I definitely want a slice of cake. All right, here we go. Everybody join me, resistance 2. So remember, things are starting to change. We're on sand, we're running to a headwind, it's windy. I just said the same thing twice. You know, something good. Parachute on your back, 4-year-old holding you, pulling your shirt. 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. You decide which RPM you want to do this from. We decide together to work. Everyone is working. No one can see anyone else's number. No one knows what anyone else should be doing because I'm not giving you any numbers. Here we go. Round number 1 of 3. 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. In 5, 4, 3, 2, let's go.
Next thing you run over me, all over me. We act like we're hard to get, but we know this is
I do want it at resistance 2. That part is important to me.
we were only fun till you show me love. You bring me up into the place I love.
5, 3, relax. I want you to feel so in control of this 2.5 minutes that it almost feels wrong. Again, I'm not giving you any RPM goals. The only thing I've given you is the resistance. Let's go again. 3, 2, let's roll. When you need to make a change to what resistance 2 feels like to you, do it. I just needed to do it. I must be getting stronger. I've been taking a step back this week on my in-person kettlebell workouts, and I think that my body's had some time to recover, and now I'm stronger. Five, 3, 1. Good job. As long as you feel like you're pushing or running in towards something, I should say. Right? Through something. That's the best word I can use. Through something. Final round. 5, 3, 1, let's go. It is so easy to start to give in. It is so easy to stop. But don't do that. Keep going, keep going, keep going. And remember exactly what this feels like. You have 8. You have 6. Final 4, 3, 2, 1, bang. Good job, good job, good job, everybody. Woo! Remember I told you we're gonna be seated, and we're gonna stay seated here a little while longer. Feel free to stretch out your legs if you need to. Maybe you've been doing some challenging resistance. Feel free. All right, take a moment, get out of your seat, but don't stay out too long. I hope that didn't take anyone back. Don't stay out too late. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. All right, so remember, 5 minutes is going to start here very, very, very soon. 2.5 minutes of speed, 2.5 minutes of resistance. 2.5 minutes of speed, 2.5 minutes of resistance. Have fun with the next 5 minutes. For 2.5 straight minutes, your challenge and goal is to maintain 100 RPMs. If you do 99, I'll be happy. If you do 101, I'll be just as happy. But it has to be 2.5 minutes, all at 100 or as close to it as you can. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Now remember, you're in control of your resistance. I cannot turn your resistance for you. All right, so don't think you need an instruction and direction for everything. You know, it reminds me of a baby that's like learning to walk, a child, I should say, that's learning to walk. All right, and maybe it took them a little bit of time to learn how to stand to their feet. But you know, you don't grab their hands every single time, right? You leave them alone for a moment. And through that frustration and through that failure, they will learn to stand. And then they'll learn to take a step or two and fall. And then they'll do it again, another step or two and fall. And then eventually 2 steps turn into 4. And then 4 steps turn into 12. And then before you know it, they're walking. That's what I'm doing with you here. So adjust your own resistance. Take advantage of this freedom. Nice cyclists. Hello. I'm not sure if we met before, but hello. We're just in the middle of 2.5 minutes at 100 RPM. That's all we're doing right now. this first 2.5 minutes, which is essentially 45 seconds from being done, we are immediately working resistance. It's like all of a sudden, right? Because right now we're on a flat road and we're feeling good and there's a little bit of wind. But then all of a sudden, boom, incline, steep. My fiance and I, we were watching this video earlier of a roller coaster and it's like super steep incline. That's what I want you to think of. Just going almost straight up. It should slow us down from 100 to a maximum of 75. From 100 to a maximum of 75. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. That was our first 2.5 minutes. Let's go now. Maximum 75. Go, push, drive, dig. Watch what happens to the back of your thighs. Beautiful. Beautiful transition. Nice like this. If you close your eyes and you can't imagine yourself fighting up, something fighting against gravity, something might be wrong. And yes, I still want you to stay seated. 100 seconds. Whew. Almost there. Almost there. Almost there. If you can stay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I've fallen down into the blue RPM zone myself. So if you're there, I get it. But if you can fight back out of the blue RPM zone, fight back out of it. 70, 71. Almost, almost, almost. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job, great job, great job. Blue RPM zone. Resistance 2 or 3. Take a sip, take a dab. We did 75 seconds. We did 2.5 minutes. We just finished 5 minutes. We have one final sequence, right, where we're doing this double, double up little kind of thing, 10 minutes. After this, I will not ask you to do it again. I will not ask you to do 2, 4, 8, and 16. I won't ask you to do that. We wouldn't even have the time to do it. Okay, but we do have the time to do one more 10-minute little drill. All right, so have fun with this. Don't be shy. Don't be afraid. Don't back down. Don't do anything like that. Here we go. I know that some of you are ready to get out of your seat. I'm ready to get out of my seat. My knee's ready to get out of my seat. 45 seconds out of our seat. Now here's the thing. Anywhere between 65 and 85 will do. Anything much faster than 85 is going to be tough. Okay, and I don't want you to overexert yourself just for the sake of. I want you to be efficient, and I want this to make sense to your body. Get ready. 45 seconds. 3, 2, let's go. Now remember, this takes a little bit of attitude. It takes a little bit of confidence. Beautiful job. Just under 15 seconds. Stay patient. Stay patient, stay patient, stay patient. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job. Back down. Let's go. "90 seconds. No surprises, no tricks. Minimum 65, maximum 85. Go. Remember, a minute and a half. 1.5 minutes. There's something for everyone here. 65 it's like a general baseline. Right, general baseline RPM for us out of position 2. When we start to work into the 70s and the 80s, that's when things become a little bit tougher. That's when imagery is going to become so important, right, so that it makes sense. Almost there. You have another 60-second recovery coming up. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, good job, everybody. Take a seat. Here's what's coming. We did this a little early in the ride. We just did it a little bit different way. Every 45 seconds, we're going to be changing something. But this time, it's going to be the same thing. Every 40, and by the way, we're approaching 5 minutes in. All right, so at exactly the halfway point, we start this 3-minute journey. We're going maximum 85 for 45 seconds. Then we're going maximum 75 for 45 seconds. Then we're going maximum 65 for 45 seconds. Then we're going maximum 55 for 45 seconds. That is going to be 3 minutes of tough work. 3 minutes of tough work. Now, I need the best resistance that you can do at each of those RPM maximums. Here we go. Five, 3, 1, let's go. Remember, every 45 seconds. So nice cyclist. I'm gonna call you NC, by the way. NC, every 45 seconds, we should just go a little bit higher on our resistance. A little bit higher on our resistance. And you're doing an incredible job right now. We're maxing ourselves out at 75. Get ready. In 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Resistance up. You are the only person who knows what your resistance is. You are the only person who knows whether you can add some more or you need to take a little bit off. Maximum 65. Go. More resistance. Maximum 65. Let's go. I need more. I need more. I'm forcing myself to 65, right, mentally. But I want to force myself to 65 physically. I want it to almost be impossible for me to get to 66. Maximum 55. Go. Maximum 55. Oh man. Your final 60-second recovery is approaching quickly. In 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Everybody drop your resistance down to 1. Everybody drop your resistance down to 1. Your legs should be moving. Your breath should be easy. Your legs should feel so light right now. After all we just did, legs should feel absolutely light. For the final 60 seconds of both of these double up sequences we've been doing, I want us to do a little bit of a freedom race, freedom push, freedom sprint, with no limitations, with no barriers, other than the ones that make sense to you. 60 seconds begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, let's go! Almost. You have 8, 6, 4, 2. Great job. Woo. All right, good. Relax. I am 100% aware that some of you are also aware. Some of you know without any doubt in your mind and heart that there's an active recovery that is coming soon. But before we get there, I do want to do one more round of work. And it's been a little while, so listen, for the active recovery, I will keep you seated. So I want to get you out of your seat for just a few moments. You don't have to get up yet. But I do want to show you that we are getting up out of our seat. So if you're ready, I'm ready. And remember, we have one final bout, one final round of work before our active recovery. All right. You know what that sounded like? All arise. All arise, all arise. But no, seriously, all arise, let's go. Or is it all rise? I don't know. Anyway, resistance 2 or 3. Anywhere in the 60s and 70s right now is good. So that should take us to the blue and or green RPM zone. We have 2 little intervals here. 2 little intervals. 1 of speed, 1 of resistance, and then we will officially be at our, what's it called? Active recovery.
Wait.
All right, 1 of speed, 1 of resistance.
Wait. They claim they want beef like I ain't in a teed up. I turn them to vegan. I'm really a creature. She sent me the beacon. I beat it and flee it. They talk like these niggas won't beat me. They can't. I'm somewhere tucked off. I'm laid in the shade and I'm counting mine. Still ain't made it. I'm jaded. My latest.
In approximately 20 seconds, so you've had more than enough time to recover. In approximately 15 seconds, minimum 70, maximum 90 in your seat. Here's the trick. Don't worry about how long it lasts. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. To the people that knew me and traded sides. I'm up now, don't hit me to make it right. I've been telling you how long everything has been lasting, right? 75 seconds. Right? We started off 45, 90, right? 183 minutes. I've been telling you everything. But for a moment, can we work in this space of not knowing? Can we work in this space of not being able to predict, of not being sure, right, how long something's gonna last? Can we work intelligently, where we just kind of have to gauge our work, gauge our effort, gauge how much we're putting in, gauge how much we're giving. You ever given too much to anything, a job, a person, anything? You don't get back what you thought you put in. Almost there. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, good job. Yeah, we're doing that again. We're doing that again. I'm not telling you how long the song is. No, I'm not telling you how long this last one is going to be either. I am giving you about 20 more seconds to catch your breath, and then we're going all resistance. Resistance 2, you go to 3. Resistance 3, you go to 4. 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's go. Remember, you do not know how long it's going to last, but you also don't. Hey, it might last 25 seconds. So if you wait too long, then you don't get enough work. That's the thing about not knowing. Right? You just have to go anyway. You have to take a step. I'm learning that in life myself. You have to take a step and do some things, regardless of whether you can see the outcome on the other side or not. Look in my eyes and don't blink. Promise I ain't ever traded sides. Know that I'm not out here living right. Pray that you find what you're looking for. Almost. Don't worry about how long almost is. I'm just saying almost. Finish it. These are your final 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job. Purple colors on. We are officially at 2 things. 1, our active recovery. But in addition to our active recovery, we're also at the final phase, the final piece, the final less than 10 minutes of our time here together. So feel free to adjust your resistance however you need to. On the other side of this active recovery, there's only going to be one final round of work. Now you're thanking me that we just finished that second to last one, right? They just seem extra and thrown out there. But I want us to make sure we stay engaged during this current active recovery period so that we can be focused and ready for our final bout of work today. We've done all the hard stuff, done all of the hard stuff. This is just a victory lap now. For the final time today, we will be getting out of our seat. When we get out of our seat this final time today, it has one purpose. That one purpose is for us to make sure that our body is ready for the very end. All right, so if you're ready, I'm ready. Again, I don't need resistance 4. We've done more than enough of that. I just need something that you feel comfortable doing out of your seat. If you look at me, I'm very focused right now, no smiles. All right, focus, energy's up, ready to go. All right, so listen again. All we want to do is just make sure that our body is awake and our body is ready. After we're sure that our body is awake and ready, then we can officially begin that last part of the workout. And all of this is one thing. All right, all this, it's like so look, put it like this. What we're about to do, the very next thing we're about to do is preliminaries. All right, you got preliminaries, you got semifinals, and then you got finals. That's it. 3 pushes, 3 rounds, within a round, and done. Here we go. Everything we've done up to this point has basically been 45 seconds or longer. 30 seconds pushing. Let's do it. Just 30 seconds all in itself. You should not have fallen asleep too much. Uh-oh. You have less than 10, less than 8. Final 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, good, great job. All right, pull back, pull back, pull back. Woo! Now some of us are ready to take a seat immediately. That might be you, and listen, if that is you, then that's great. I'm happy that you're ready to take a seat. There's a portion of people though who have been loving this position to work. And I don't know any of your names. I just start calling out names though. Albert, let me call out another name. Chris, let me call out another name. Eve, let me call out another name. Francesca, I don't know who you are, where you are. But whatever you need to do for this next push that is going to last another 30 seconds, great, do it. 3, 2, 1, go. You can do it out of your seat or in your seat. The reason why I stop is because I don't want you to do what I do. I don't want you to do what you think I want you to do. I want you to do what feels right. Now, for the final 17 seconds, I'm back in with you. Everybody's in their seat. In less than 10, less than 8, final 5, 3, 1. All right, good job. Take a seat. Keep your legs moving. Take a seat. Keep your legs moving. Drop your resistance down. One final time today. We're going 60 seconds racing, and we're gonna do it with a good attitude, and we're gonna do it with a smile on our face, and we're gonna do it with a smile on the inside as well. I need all shoulders relaxed. I need all elbows bent. I need all hands to handlebars. No more towel, no more hydration. Focus. The 3 E's and an F. Effort, energy, enthusiasm, and focus. Let's go. 60 seconds begin. In 5, 3, 1. Let's go. This is your final 60 seconds. This is your final minute. Make it a good minute. The best minute of the ride right here. Uh-oh. There's something about when the song starts to do this right here. When it starts to build. And you know it's building. And all of a sudden you know that you have 30 seconds remaining. Put some emojis up for somebody. You have 8, 6, 4, 2, done, and done. I'm giving everyone a big round of applause for working as hard as you did today. Thank you so much for your effort. Again, your enthusiasm, your energy, and your hard work. Actually, I hope that you got something out of today's workout, got something out of today's ride. Continue to allow your legs to move. I mean, that was almost perfect. It's almost perfect without a little mishap. But listen, we did it. We got it done. I want to give everyone a big round of applause. One more time. If I didn't do that, but I think I did. Working as hard as you did today. If you're ready, I'm ready. Reach your hands toward the end of your handlebars, butt back over your seat. Heels down, hamstrings, calves stretching.
Just pulled up to the house. Don't feel like getting out. I'ma just lay back and crack this window.
And then when you're ready, feel free, switch sides, opposite foot forward.
Doing my best. Taking a moment.
I guess I do. I was about to say no special announcements. I guess I do have one. Oh, hello, Gabby. I don't know when you got here, but hello. I'm not sure who you are either, but again, hello. What was I about to say? Oh, that's what I was about to say. Next week Saturday, we will not have any live classes. I imagine we'll still have replay classes. I imagine. So feel free to come, to show up, participate. Gab, I'm not sure if you were here for the ride and you just so happened now to join in, or if you just checked in to see if this is actually live, but hello. Thank you so much for even joining in this last few 60 seconds that we have. So yes, no New Year's Eve classes. I have no clue about New Year's Day because I don't work on Sundays. So no one told me about New Year's Day. All right, but listen, I hope that you got something again out of today's workout. Any questions that you ever have for me, feel free to reach out to me at _DallasJ on Instagram. _DallasJ on Instagram. Also follow us on Instagram at MOTOSUMO. MOTOSUMO, that's Motosumo. And of course, use the Facebook community page that we have made available to you to find a workout partner, an accountability partner. Invite a friend, invite a family member, invite someone for the holidays. Let them know what you're doing. Right, when you go, when you travel this at this end of the year, show Motosumo. Say, hey, look, it's live. You know, then they're gonna say my name, and then we'll probably say your name. You know, all right, but thank you all again so much. I will see you when I see you.